So now, Doc, here's the situation.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we've got some bonus questions.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these bonus questions are, I might throw you for a loop, but I'm not trying to. It's not intentional. All right, just wanted to let you know. But we do have some bonus questions that we always ask all of our participants of the faculty studio to answer. So, are you ready for them?
I am.
Okay, let's do it. What is your favorite word?
My favorite word. Excellent.
Oh.
Yes. Excellent.
What is your least favorite word?
Okay, grumpy.
I don't like grumpy either.
But there's got to be grumpiness sometime.
Right, every now and then. Right. I didn't know how much I didn't like grumpy until you just said it, actually. I was like, I don't like grumpy either.
Maybe I need to go watch the Seven Dwarfs again. Or
right. I know, poor grumpy dwarf is sitting here and we're just, no offense to the young grumpy dwarf out there. He's not young, but you get the point. Dr. Henderson, next bonus question. What sounds do you love?
Sounds?
Yes.
Music?
Your chance to define it as however.
So some of the things I really like, I love Mozart. He's probably my favorite composer. But I love jazz. Absolutely love jazz. And I've gotten to really appreciate all the different kinds of jazz as time goes on. But I listen to a lot of different things. I listen to Nora Jones. My daughter loves country music, so I listen to country music. So I don't know the names of all the singers.
I used to live very close to Nora Jones, actually.
Really?
She used to live in downtown Brooklyn.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I used to live.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Fit there.
Yeah.
There you go. I love Nora Jones. So here's one of our favorite ones. What was your favorite cereal growing up, and is it the same cereal today?
Oh my gosh. Now you would have to understand that my mother was doing the granola and we have to eat healthy before that was cool.
Right.
So it was usually like oatmeal, but if we got a treat, it was either not Rice Krispies. I like Rice Krispies, but I guess my favorite would be Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran.
Yeah.
Solid cereal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent
Yeah.
cereal. Solid choice there. Duly noted. Next question. You see, the cereal question gets everybody. I love it. Personally, very, very crunch or something like that. Lucky Charms?
That's my daughter. That's my daughter. She loves that.
It's bad for your teeth, but
really bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
solid
we did
cereal.
not have it in my house growing up. Did not have enough bran in it. Had to be healthy.
Right. Nope. I don't know if there's any brand actually.
Probably. It's got marshmallows though.
Right. Marshmallows. You like the marshmallows. All right. Next question. What profession other than yours would you like to attempt?
Oh my gosh. So when I got about halfway through one of my degrees, I really realized that the law would be a lot of fun. Yeah. I would love to be to study law. I don't know if I think the law would be fun, and I always have wanted to be an architect. Always.
Okay, we may have to, this architect,
Yeah.
we may have to get you
I
back in.
know. Yeah.
What profession would you maybe not like to try?
I could never be a nurse. I can't do blood very well, so you would not want me to be your nurse. I would say, just get well and come back. It's not what you're supposed to do when you're a nurse.
Right, so it's best that you guess.
It's a good thing I'm not a nurse.
Now, you answered this question. What three musicians are you listening to right now? Now, you said that you like those are those people that you're listening to currently?
Yeah, I'm listening to Mozart. I always listen to Mozart a lot. Bach. I'm also, and Rachmaninoff is another one that I've started going to some performances, but always jazz. And I guess because of working at the Louis Armstrong House, I got very interested in his music. He was an amazing guy.
Yeah,
Absolutely amazing guy.
Another Queens guy, by the way.
Yeah. Actually, he was born in Louisiana, though.
We claim
I
it.
know.
We still claim it. This is true. This is true. We don't like to talk about the Louisiana part, but we still claim Louis Armstrong. So now, I'm going to add on. I'm going to throw you a semi-bonus question.
Okay.
Your answer kind of intrigued me into asking another question. So, now I know most of us have like a Spotify or something like that, like music that we're listening to while we're doing our work or while we're trying to get things accomplished. Do you have anything? Is it those same musicians or same music?
It is. Although there's another one I've listened to a lot is, oh my gosh, there's a really good opera singer. I say his name incorrectly. He's a wonderful Italian that he sings opera very nicely. So I listen to him sometimes. But
Excellent.
mostly very. I like Mozart and Bach. Both have very subdued sounds. It's
Right.
nice to work to.
Excellent. All right, so here's our final bonus question. If you could have dinner with one person, dead or alive,
Oh, okay.
do that curveball in there,
Okay.
dead or alive, who would that be?
Okay. Geez, that's a tough one. A lot of fat. Do you know who would be fascinating to eat dinner with? Okay, and it's because somebody I studied a lot when I was in high school is Michelangelo.
Ah.
Yeah. He was an artist, but he was also a very creative, and he had to be pretty persuasive to accomplish what he got accomplished. Because the technology back then really wasn't designed for doing the amount of work he did. So he was I just would like to know what was in his head.
Ah, that's great. You know, Michelangelo, I think that's the first time
You've had that one.
that I've had that. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
All right, so what we're going to do right now, we're going to quickly go to our Twitter account and see if we can find a question on Twitter. And as I said before, we will be giving away a prize to some of our Twitter folks here. Let's see here. This Twitter thing, I tell you. Dr. Henderson, you're also on Twitter. We follow you, just to give you the heads up.
I don't even know if this is the right hashtag. What's the hashtag again?
It was NJCU Campus Life.
Oh, that was
NJCU Campus Life. Okay, so we have right here. So you kind of sort of answered this question, but we'll ask it out loud. What's the best book that you've read most recently? So the best book that you've read. So you've read some of the books that you've talked about, some really good ones. Is there one specifically that you can remember? Another great question.
Oh my goodness, there was a book I read about 3 years ago. What's that? The Pillars of the Earth, I think it is, and it's a trilogy, and it's about a man who wanted to build a cathedral. And again, it was back in a time when there wasn't, there wasn't the technology to do
Right.
it, and it would take many generations to build it.
Excellent. We have another one right here. This one's a good. Oh, this one's good too. So it says, "Ask Dr. Sue what her workout routine is."
Oh no! Okay, so my mother was not only was she taught home ec, but she was also a PE teacher. So exercise was always very important to us. I love playing tennis, but I try to work out 4 days a week at least, and it's about 30 minutes of walking and running, jogging. And then I usually do 30 minutes of what I call Pilates, and it's mostly stretching and strength exercises that work on your core, that work on your abs, and you stretch. The beauty of Pilates is you do exercises to build the muscle, and then you stretch it. So that's why Pilates was an exercise that was designed for dancers. And if you look at dancers, they have very long muscles,
Right.
And it's because they haven't bulked up. They've taken the exercise and then stretched it out. So
Pilates. Did you hear that?
Pilates.
Get your tennis game up. Pilates. Get some cardio action in there. Some walking. Some running.
Yeah.
All right. You go treadmill or are you outside? What's your
I
preference?
love outside, but not in this
Not
weather.
Yeah,
So,
all right, so those are our Twitter questions. Oh, we have one last one. So this one, and this one's from our student here, and we're going to give him a prize. Where do you see NJCU 5 years from now with all of our new additions?
okay. I think in 5 years, what you'll find is on the West Campus that new dorm will have with it some other buildings. We're in negotiations now with some other entities that would come in and put what they would call market rate housing on our property. And the reason they would do that, it would help to pay for the art building. We absolutely have to get that academic building built. Our music, dance, and theater students and faculty deserve it.
They're phenomenal.
They are unbelievable, and they need the right kind of space. So to pay for that, because I didn't get state money for it, and I want to make sure that we can make it as reasonable as we can, what we'll be using as funds from that. But some of the other things that will be on that West Campus, and this will be quite soon, we're getting closer to getting some resolution on this. We're looking at actually a grocery store chain, an LA Fitness. When the LA Fitness would actually include a pool. And what I'd like to work out with them is that our students would be able, and faculty and staff would be able to work out there. So that there's not only, you can work out at the gym, but you can work out here. There's more spaces, and then put tennis courts and some practice fields on top.